Hi friends, today we are diving into the world of one of the most mysterious and dangerous organizations in the world, the Japanese Yakuza Mafia. In this video, we will tell the story of their origin, where their famous tattoos came from, analyze their influence on Japan and other countries, find out in what spheres they earn their billions. Let's compare the Yakuza's earnings with legitimate global companies. So stay with us, it will be interesting. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share your thoughts on this topic in the comments. So, let's start with where the Yakuza came from. The history of this grouping dates back to the 17th century. At that time, there were several social strata in Japan, and not everyone was in an honorable position in society. The Yakuza came from two categories of people: the takiya, traders at markets and fairs, and the bakuto, professional gamblers who made money from gambling. The takiya often faced hardship due to fierce competition, so they began to band together to protect their interests and survive. Gradually, these groups began to acquire a structure and hierarchy in which the leaders, the oyabuns, played an important role. The bakuto, on the other hand, were known for their card games and gambling activities. Their activities were illegal, but they were masters of evading punishment and incarceration. These men, like takiya, formed their own clans and began to expand their spheres of influence, controlling the criminal world of gambling. Over time, the Yakuza evolved into an organized crime network that spread throughout Japan. They began to interfere in politics, business, and even in the daily lives of ordinary people. Now let's talk about the Yakuza's worldwide recognition. One of the most recognizable features of the Yakuza are their tattoos. These tattoos, known as irizumi, have come to symbolize clan membership, loyalty, and courage. But where did this tradition come from? In ancient times, tattoos were used as a stigma for criminals. Later, the Yakuza took this practice and turned it into art, infusing it with symbolism. Tattoos became a representation of a clan member's personal history, achievements, mistakes, and even status. The process of applying irizumi has traditionally been extremely painful and long. Special hand needles were used, and it was a real challenge. It also served as a test of endurance and resilience in the face of pain. Yakuza tattoos usually cover large areas of the body and include images of dragons, tigers, samurai, and mythological creatures. Each element has its own meaning, and every detail is important. For example, the dragon symbolizes power and authority, and the carp symbolizes steadfastness and perseverance. The Yakuza are not just street gangs, as many people may think. Over the decades, they have managed to integrate themselves into various spheres of Japanese life, influencing politics, business, and even culture. In the post-war years, the Yakuza had a significant impact on Japan's reconstruction, often participating in illegal construction and real estate deals. The Yakuza is also active outside of Japan. They are linked to international drug smuggling, human trafficking, and arms trafficking. Their influence extends to the United States, Europe, and even East Asia. It is noteworthy that the Yakuza has existed semi-legally in Japan for many years. They have offices, they produce business cards, and in some cases people can turn to them for help if the police are unable to solve a problem. This is an amazing example of how the Mafia can exist in a modern legal system. In recent decades, however, the Japanese government has increased pressure on the Yakuza by passing laws that make it more difficult for them to operate. Despite this, the Yakuza still maintains its position and continues to influence various aspects of life, albeit with great difficulty. Now let's talk about what the Yakuza make money off of. Their activities range from illegal to quite legal businesses. Drug smuggling and trafficking is one of the Yakuza's most lucrative activities. They control a large part of the drug market in Japan and are involved in international smuggling. Historically, gambling has been one of the Yakuza's main sources of income. Even today, they actively operate underground casinos where huge sums of money are made. In recent decades, the Yakuza have been heavily involved in illegal human trafficking, especially in the context of the sex industry. They control most of the illegal prostitution in the country. The Yakuza have a stake in the construction business, especially in major projects in Tokyo and other cities. They use corrupt schemes to obtain lucrative contracts. Debt collection and extortion is one of the oldest methods of making money. The Yakuza offers its services to solve financial problems, usually using violent methods. Although difficult to prove, the Yakuza are known to have ties to some politicians and businessmen, allowing them to promote their interests at high levels. The Yakuza is a complex network of criminal organizations, so the exact figures of their revenues remain classified. However, according to various estimates, Yakuza revenues can reach tens of billions of dollars annually. According to a study by Japan's National Police Agency, the total revenues of the largest Yakuza clans, such as Yamaguchi-gumi, can reach up to $80 billion a year. Yamaguchi-gumi, the largest Yakuza clan, with revenues of $80 billion, is roughly comparable to large global companies such as Facebook or Goldman Sachs, whose revenues also hover around $80 billion. By comparison, giants like Amazon generate more than $500 billion a year, and Apple generates about $400 billion. This shows that although the Yakuza are one of the largest criminal organizations, their revenues are much smaller than the world leaders in the legal economy. Yakuza are active in the shadow economy, avoiding direct competition with legitimate companies, which makes their income highly unstable and dependent on the political and economic situation in the country and the world. The Yakuza is not just a criminal organization, it is an entire subculture with deep roots in Japanese history and society. Despite government efforts to combat their influence, they remain one of the most powerful mafia structures in the world. The Yakuza criminal organization is made up of clans. These clans compete with each other for influence and income, but sometimes enter into alliances or conflicts to expand their territories and control criminal operations. By far the largest Yakuza clans in Japan are considered to be the following three. Yamaguchi-gumi, founded in 1915, number of about 8,000 people, previously numbered up to 20,000. Headquarters, Kobe. It is the largest and most powerful Yakuza clan in Japan, controlling about 30% of all criminal activity in the country. Sumiyoshi-kai, founded in 1958. The number of employees is about 4,500. Headquarters, Tokyo, the second largest clan in Japan. Sumiyoshi-kai is considered a more democratic organization than other clans, with less centralization of power. Inagawa-kai, founded in 1949. Number of about 3,500 people. Headquarters, Tokyo and Yokohama. The third largest clan, with a strong presence in Kanto, Tokyo and surrounding areas. Unlike other clans, the Inagawa-kai has considerable influence outside of Japan, especially among the Japanese diaspora in the United States. Within the Yakuza, not only the material aspects are important, but also the symbolism, respect and observance of rituals that emphasize the unity and hierarchy of the clan. If you are curious about Yakuza, give it a like and write in the comments what you think about this organization. And if you are interested in the topic about the American Mafia, want to learn about the impact of the American Mafia on the country's economy, and how John Gotti was arrested because of the treachery of Salvatore Gravano, nicknamed Sammy the Bull, write in the comments to this video. Together we can figure out who is more powerful, the Italian-American Cosa Nostra Mafia or the Japanese Yakuza. Subscribe to our channel not to miss new videos about the criminal world and much more. See you soon!